All right. I'm gonna now do my top 10 off the top of my head, not looking at anything. Arcade games of 1988. Another great year. Another one of my favorite years for arcade and video games. Um, yeah, a lot of really cool stuff in 1988. Um, so first of all, I want to do Tsuka Taisen, um, or Cloudmaster. That's called. I think that's one other name that it's called. I don't know if Tsuka Taisen means Cloudmaster or not, but um, it's a shooter by Taito, based on Chinese mythology. Very very cool game. That was from '88. I believe that was from '88. So that one's going on the list, and the next one is Chelnov by Data East. Um, it's an auto-scrolling game, run and gun shooter. Um, I just love like the fast-paced, hectic nature of it. Well, like all arcade, like most arcade games, that's like the type that I like a lot. Um, Chelnov definitely, and then another Data East game, Psycho Nick's Oscar. That's a run and gun shooter. Um, you're like a mecha robot type dude, and some really cool gun upgrades and some upgrades where you can like jump really high and different stuff like that. It's hard. I can get pretty far in that one. I'm actually very good at that one, that game, or was before my hands got bad. But yeah, another favorite Data East game. The Data East was this is prime Data East right now, like 87, 88, 89. Like that was peak Data East, I would say. Um, Psycho Next Oscar. Okay. I think Gradius 2 came out in 88. I think that's when it came out. I'm going to put that up there. Nice upgrade from Gradius 1. I always liked that, the Gradius 2. I don't know if 2 or 3 is my favorite. I'm not sure which. I like 1 too, but it's between 2 and 3 that are like the ones I like the most out of those. Um, but yeah, Gradius 2 is on my list for sure. Um, I like the level with like the giant like suns, like stars, and the fire dragons coming out of them. I always thought that was pretty cool. Um, I think it's the level after that. I actually have a. There's one particular level I have a really hard time with. It's with those like alien things diving at you from all over the place. I think they come at you from like both the ground and above. I think. I don't know. I just have a hard time with that. I think it's the stage. It might be the stage after the level with the fire dragons. Well, the fire dragon level isn't that just like level stage one? So it might actually just be it might be stage two that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I don't know why I have such a hard time with that stage. But yeah, Gradius 2, Nemesis in Japan, um, or Vulcan Venture. Isn't that what that was called? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. All right. Um, let's see. What else? 1988. A lot of good stuff. Oh, New Zealand Story. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a. It's not a direct sequel to like Bobble Bobble and Rainbow Islands, but it's like the next. It's like kind of similar. Maybe it was made by like the same developers or something, but it feels some kind of similar to those those games. But of course, it's like much more massive game. I think there's a lot more to New Zealand story. That's a really fun game. Very creative. You're a little bird shooting like arrows and stuff. And you can like ride. Whoa! Almost lost my computer there. You, you can like ride in balloons and stuff. I don't know. It's just super fun. Very creative levels. I found it hard when I first played it, and then just very enjoyable after I got used to it. I never beat it. I don't know how far I got. Maybe like halfway through. But man, I love that. I love New Zealand story. And another Taito game I think is going to be on this list. Bond's Adventure. That is a really cool action platformer. Um, I think it's another one of those like Chinese mythology. Yeah, it's like Chinese mythology, kind of similar, kind of like the Tsuka Taisen shooter. It's got like that theme to it and atmosphere. I really like that. They did such a good job with that with that one. Bond's Adventure, yes. Is that six? Okay, okay. Oh, I like the what is that called? It's called Backfire by Tecmo. This is another one of my favorite Tecmo games. Um, the others, the others are Rygar and Solomon's Key from 1986, but I really like Backfire. It's not a completely auto-scrolling side scroller. It's like a push scrolling kind of push momentum scrolling. Think of like Defender or something like that. Um, but I think you have more momentum. But yeah, I like that game. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, more of a more of a unique shooter, I think, than just your standard side scrolling shooter. Um, yeah, Backfire. Um, that's what it's called, right? Anyway, um, see, 88. We got a couple more to do. Um, let's see. There's uh if Ninja Spirit is 1988, then I'm putting that on that list. I don't know if it was 87 or 88, but man, that's a good one. Ninja action platformer, you know. Oh, well, I know. Okay. Mirai Ninja by Namco. Now, that game is definitely one of my favorites from 88. Another one. Ninja action platformer. It's really fast paced too. It's really cool. Love that game. I don't think it came out in the States at all, right? Man, that I wish I would have played that growing up. Along with Ninja Spirit. I didn't play that growing up either. Both of those games. Well, Ninja Spirit's fast paced like that too. Both of those games are so cool. Yeah. Um, Great atmospheres in both of those games. Um, okay, so maybe like two more. Um, Wardyne came out, I think, in either 87 or 88. That's a good Namco shooter. Um, mm, let's see. Um, if Tiger Road came out in 88, I got to put that on there too. The Capcom game. Um, that's a very cool. I think that was like Chinese mythology based too, wasn't it? Yeah, I like those. I like those games based on that. The arcade, a lot of arcade games based on that were really cool. I don't know if it was. I guess it was, but yeah, Tiger Road. I believe, whichever one, whatever. These are all good arcade games, and it's close enough, even if I get it wrong. Whatever. But yeah, gotta mention that. Um, I'll mention one or two more. Um, let's see. Did SNK in '88? I'm sure they made some good ones that I'm not thinking of. Um, uh, I think the arcade Contra was first '87. Super C might have been '88. Not exactly remembering. Those are good. I like the arcade games better than the console games. For one, they're like more challenging. They look better. Yeah, definitely. No, that's not even comparable in my opinion. To me, like the arcade Contra games blow the console NES like games away. Even the 16-bit ones. That's just how I feel about it though. Let's see, 88. Um, well, what are we missing here? Um, I'll do one more. Um, well, I'm definitely is was Galaxy Force 2 by Sega. Did that come out in '88? Well, if so, then that one, and then there's Power Drift. That's '88 too, right? So those definitely like those what are those called? Sprite scalers, right? The 3D sprite scalers by Sega. Those were all really good. Tech or Taito did some good ones too. I think Namco did a few good ones. I'm talking about in that era. So yeah, there's my top 10 for 1988 arcade games. I may have gone over a little bit or under or whatever. I think maybe there's like 11 or 12 in there. But yeah, so many great games in all these years of the mid to late 80s, into the early 90s. And I will come back with probably 1989 and some other years here very shortly.